Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here again. This is a part 2 video of my Christmas village setup, and I just really wanted to thank everyone for their positive feedback on part 1. I am glad everyone enjoyed that so much, and if you missed it, please go back and take a look. I'll have the link in the video below. Here's the area that I have the Christmas village set up in, and part 1 was last week. Part 2 we're going to be going over this week, and this one's going to be a little bit more of a setup video. So as for part 1, in case you didn't see it, I had a couple more permanent structures and a lot more DIY for you. So this one is a little bit more for people who set it up and don't really want all of the extra difficult work sometimes with the crafting, and more of setup ideas, little details that you can add that are really going to make your Christmas village pop this year. So the first thing that I did was I kind of added this little mountain backdrop. I did this with a small piece of foam that I'd taken from some packaging, and I cut it first into some triangles at top. Now this looks a little bit scary because I have it in a high speed, but I have a knife here that I'm using, and for some safety tips for when you're using this is you always cut with that knife pointing away from you, so you never make any cuts pointing that knife towards you. That's dangerous. So once you have that carved out, it's I put it in the background and it really has a cool effect. It's just actually random little cuts. Then I take more of that sheet foam and stack it up and use those elevations to start to display my pieces. This is a nice way to do it. This foam here actually has a really smooth top on it, so I don't cover the whole thing in the snow fabric because it has already a beautiful shiny appearance. Now after setting up my little park area, I do put in some pieces on that snow fabric, but I use something called sticky tack. You can get it, some of it from Limax, and it works really well to hold pieces in place, but not permanently. So I can link that in the description below if you're looking for something like that as well. And the trick is to create kind of little vignettes, so little scenes. So right now, for example, I have this really beautiful Santa Claus back there, and I'm creating a forest scene around him. So he's somewhat deep in the magical forest there, and you have my greenhouse and the nursery there. So this is the idea that everything has a story to tell as you're looking around at the Christmas village. Now we're moving into kind of the downtown area where the houses are and the barns and the church and such. I have this started with a green kind of grassy area that you see there. That's actually a table runner that I got at Hobby Lobby during the springtime. I put a little bit of the snow fabric in the back there with some elevations, and then I took a little piece of the road that I had left over from the other DIY and put that in the center there to anchor it. This snow spray, you can get this anywhere. I got this from Walmart. This is clean, easily cleans up, and it is something that can add a little bit of that realism and blend those edges in, but not necessarily a permanent thing that you need to worry about. You have to clean it up a little bit, but certainly you can take this apart and wipe that off with a damp rag after the season is over. This little Santa Claus here is a new piece for us this year. I love it so much. This is from Limax. I got it from Michael's. It's on sale currently, so if you get over there, you can get one for yourself. And it's such a cute little piece to put over your town scene. This piece is also new this year, so this is the Disney collection from Costco, and I got these Disney pieces off of Amazon. I can also link those for you so you can take a look. We absolutely love the Disney pieces and enjoy them so much. And then I do this last shelf in a little bit of a magical Christmas area here, so these are all kind of fantasy pieces. So I have some candy here to add to the gingerbread houses and some stones to put on the fairy pathway here as it kind of make it like a North Pole area, and this turns out really cute as well. So here is a final look at some of the setup of this part 2, and I hope that you gathered some inspiration or some tips that you can do to make your Christmas village really pop this year, and so it's enjoyable for your family as well. So I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys.